Very good morning to one and all present here. I can do things you cannot. You can do things I cannot. We can do great things together. With this beautiful quote by Mother Teresa, I, Mrs. Farah Mirza, welcome you all to the orientation program. Our Father in heaven, hallowed be your name. Your kingdom come. Your name will be done on earth as it is in heaven. A prayer is the most powerful tool to connect to God. A prayer is a voice of faith we entrust unto Him. So let us read the rhythm of prayer by singing the melody of Lord Almighty and evoking His blessings. I now request everyone to kindly join their hands for the prayer.
Good morning to everyone. Now I request everyone present in the meeting to kindly join your hands, close your eyes and start with the prayer. या वन्दे तुषारहारधवला या शुभ्रवस्त्रामृता या वीणावरदण्डमण्डितकरा या श्वेतपद्मासना या ब्रह्माच्युतशङ्कर प्रभृतिभिः देवैः सदा वन्दिता सा मां पातु सरस्वती भगवती निःशेषसाढ्यापहा ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः
Sometimes the most ordinary things could be made extraordinary by doing them with the right people. We are honored to have amongst us an impressive personality and a great visionary of our school. That is our Executive Director, cum Principal Sir Nicholas Korea. I am also delighted to have our beloved headmistress, Mrs. Kuldeep Kaur, who is the epitome of grace and wisdom. Welcome, sir. Welcome, ma'am. I extend a cordial welcome to all our wonderful parents present today. I also welcome all my dear teachers to this orientation program. Parents, preschool is a remarkable time of growth with brain development at its peak. We at Penguin Kids provide numerous opportunities for kids aiming at the holistic development of child's social, emotional, cognitive, and physical needs to build a solid and a broad foundation for lifelong learning. The sudden shift to online learning during the pandemic has triggered new ways of learning, which extends learning not just to academics but also learning extracurricular activities, whereby teaching undertaken remotely on digital platform. The year 2019-20 was remarkable, where our little pingos enjoyed online learning with the innovative, fun-filled, and effective learning tools such as videos, PowerPoint presentation, and play activities. As the saying goes, leadership is not about a title, a designation. It's an impact, influence, and inspiration. We are privileged to have a great visionary, the rock solid foundation of our New Horizon family, a person whose impeccable knowledge has created a legacy which inspires everyone to work with same vision, mission, and passion. I am humbled to invite our Executive Director, cum Principal Sir, Dr. Nicholas Correa, to share his illuminating ideas and words of wisdom with us.
Good morning, everyone. I welcome each and every one of you for this wonderful parents orientation program. for all the students of new admissions for the academic year 21-22. May God give you abundant grace and strength and also wisdom and knowledge to carry on with the education in our school throughout this academic year and also the number of years your children are going to study in this institution. I also thank each and every one of you for selecting New Horizon Public School and Penguin Kids for your child's education. Dear parents, when we say schooling, immediate thought comes to our mind the physical school. Children need to go to school, be in the class, interact with the teacher, play in the play area, go on the ground, and children need to interact. This is the thought coming to our mind. And overall education should be with all those activities which are happening physically. Unfortunately, the prevailing situation has put some hurdles on the way. So more than last 1 year, so almost around 12 to 13 to 14 months, the schools have been closed. None of the education institutions have been open. So our children are learning from home. So how do we perceive this pandemic, COVID-19? COVID-19 pandemic might have affected each and every one of us in a different way. I don't say each one is affected in the similar manner. Each and every parent might have been affected directly or indirectly one way or the other. How do I perceive this situation, COVID-19, this prevailing situation? What is my response and also to its implication to my life and the society? Do I take this prevailing situation as a problem? Do I consider this prevailing situation as crisis? Or do I take it as a challenge? When I look at any problem as a crisis or as a problem, immediately my negative thoughts become active. I look at this issue pessimistically, then my response immediately goes negative. Then whatever the implications I face, I blame it on others. This is what happens when we take any situation as a problem or a crisis. There are other ways of taking this problem. When I take this prevailing situation as a challenge, I take it positively. My response to this situation changes. So when I look at positively, gateways open, new ideas flow in. My response to the situation immediately changes. And I don't blame it on others, rather I face it. So when I face any situation, what happens? I take things in a right way. You know that many are suffering, out of them even I am one of them. So we know this COVID-19 pandemic is across the globe. Schools are closed across the globe. It is not only in Mumbai, it is not only in Maharashtra or India, it is across the globe. So when we know that the entire globe is fighting, it is not only I alone. Entire globe is fighting. I am one among them. So my response also, when I look at the situation in this manner, my response would automatically change. So it is not a problem for one individual. It is not a crisis for one individual. Everyone is facing this problem everywhere. When I say schools are closed across the globe, or maybe some countries it is now open, but across a country it is closed, though it is open in some parts of the world, but in India it is still closed because of the prevailing situation. So when I face this situation as a challenge, positive ideas come to my mind. When I take it as a problem or a crisis, negative thoughts come to my mind. So when I am facing this problem, my kids, my children at home also watch how are the parents facing the situation. Not that they understand as a problem, but they are looking at us, they are watching. Children are learning even at home. So the learning situation is created at home. Home is the first school. So when I am facing any challenge, any problem, children observe us. What do they observe? They observe our response to the situation. How do we face? Maybe when I am getting angry, do I respond negatively? Do I shout, scream, or keep patience and respond in a very docile and a positive manner? In the meantime, I am firm. Or so what is the child doing? If I am screaming continuously or frequently, child is observing, child learns. Same way in the class. The teacher's response to the situation, the response of other children to the situation. Maybe when the child is out, somewhere goes along with the parents, or when the child is out in the peer group or with a friend, child observes the response of the peer group of other children and takes what is good for it and what it feels is good at that time. So it is very important we create learning situations for our children. So when we create this learning situation, how do we create? There's a small video. So I request everyone to watch focused and understand and get a message for our life and for teaching of our kids.
Hey, can you help me? Hey, how can I help you? I need to cross over. You want to cross over the stream? What have you tried so far? I tried to swim. I saw a fish doing that once. You tried being a fish? What else? I tried to jump high. I saw a bird flying over the stream. You tried being a bird? What else? I saw a beaver once building a dike and thought that might work. You tried being a beaver? Would you mind getting into the stream? What can you see? I don't know. Water? And my reflection. Excellent. And what do you see in that reflection? Is that a fish? No, it isn't. Is it a bird? No. Is it a beaver? It's not a beaver. So what is it? It's a fox. So you are a fox trying to act like others. The others do easily what I want to do. So a fox can't do it. No, there must be a way. Can you see a solution here? Indeed I can. Then tell me. Be a fox, my friend. I am a fox. Then act like one. What would a fox do? I don't know. Foxes don't have a skill for crossing over streams. And what are your skills? Foxes are smart, observe and adapt. Great. So, now, show me how you apply them. Wait, look! The stream is decreasing! So what? If I wait 2 hours... I made it! Oh, thank you! You are a fox. Well done, my friend.
You've seen in this small video how learning takes place. So here we have the fox and the owl. The owl helps the fox to discover itself. Instead of giving a way out how to cross the river, the fox is being helped by the by the owl to discover its own image, discover its own identity, who the fox is and what are its strengths and what it could do. The owl could have given the straight way out. Yes, come on, do this. Problem could have been solved directly. Now, whereas the owl is helping the fox through itself, through the ultimate response comes from the fox. Because this is what happens in every learning with the children. So how do we help our children? Maybe in the school, maybe at home, maybe in the surrounding. When the child is asking, do we give a direct response or the answer? Or do we help our children to discover or identify, decipher, find out or seek what is there? It is very, very important. We need to help our children to seek. We need to help our children to find out. So when we help them to find out, so children's response also changes. They become participatory. Because children are very, very, very receptive. Whatever we give them, they are going to receive. So what is that situation we create? Maybe during this pandemic situation is very different. Maybe teacher is teaching online. When the teacher is teaching online, definitely there are many things which are given. Maybe even though teacher is interacting, it is not like the physical schooling. So response would change. But do I say that, okay, teacher is interacting, do I take this as a problem? So if I take this as a problem, so what is the way out? So if I take this as a challenge, I learn how to face the situation. So during this period, the parental role becomes very, very important. In the online schooling, parental role is very important. Maybe sometimes most of the times parents need to sit with the children, maybe attending their classes. Maybe sometimes children are able to do on their own. Maybe we need to take those skill sheets or worksheets and give it to the children. Children would do it. But how do we become part of it? So I will not focus much on that. Later on, the teachers are going to speak on that, on curriculum and academics. So what I want to say is, what I will focus more on learning and the belief system. So when children are around, children learn, even from this online schooling. So there would be learning taking place. Every time there is learning. Nowhere child would remain without learning. Maybe it is passive learning, maybe it is active learning. Learning takes place. I would show this a water bottle. If you look at this water bottle, it's in purple in color. The water inside also looks purple. Now, if I take this hand sanitizer, it's colorless. So it's also the color of the water. Now here, the bottle is colorless. So the liquid has taken the shape and the color of the container. Liquid has taken the shape and the color of the container. Whereas in this, we are finding the shape of this bottle and the color of the bottle. Same way here, shape of the bottle as well as the color of the bottle. This is what happens with our children. Whatever the situation they are in, that situation helps them to learn. So we need to create that appropriate situation. Do we give them color? Do we give them purple bottle and expect them to be red? Do we give them green bottle and expect it to be white? Or do we give them black bottle and expect them to be yellow? So we need to understand, also take for granted the situation. From every situation, our children learn, and children learn from that exactly as it is. So that's why, dear parents, when they are doing this, this happens because this is the time where children create the belief system. So most of the learning takes place through the belief system throughout the life. The type of belief systems they create during this stage is very, very important. Whether they are online, whether they are at home, whether they are in the peer group, they create a belief system. In every learning, belief system is very important. When the teacher teaches in the classroom something, yes, definitely child takes it just like a gospel truth. Yes, teacher has given, it is correct, and everything as it is. And when the child goes home and the parent asks the child to, yes, you can do this way, the immediately child would say, no, my teacher has taught this way, I will do this particular way only. Same way, we as parents have taught them certain values, certain skills. There are certain set of competencies and skills. When children go out, they also respond accordingly. Those value systems they carry along. Someone there tells them, yes, come on, do this way. Child may not speak out, but child would be reluctant to follow that because child has imbibed those values. Maybe if you taught the child to, whenever the elders come, maybe fold your hands and bow down or touch the feet or shake hands. So if you ask them to, yes, when the elders come, touch their feet, children will go there, touch their feet. If their person says, don't touch my feet, child would still touch it because this is the way the value system is given to the child. We cannot say this is right or wrong. This is a belief system which is created. This is how a child is taught, and for lifetime child is going to remember, and child is going to accordingly respond during every situation. So what we give in our childhood, in the childhood of the children, is very important because almost around 50 to 60% of the learning takes place during this period. The pre-primary and primary stage, the maximum learning takes place. That's why at this time, whatever we give is very important. The type of value system we create in the mind of a child, the type of skill set we teach as parents and teachers to our children, and also set of competencies children learn in the course of time during the child's education. They are very, very important. So during this time, what is my role? So how do I look at my child? So when we face this thing, I just want you to view this particular picture here, this image. Now here, this is a classroom. A teacher is taking a class for different animals and is assessing. All the animals are assessed here. So now, ultimately, what does the instructor say? For a fair selection, everybody has to take the same exam. Please climb that tree. So there's a monkey, there's a penguin, there's a bird, there's a dog. So there are types of animals. There's also a fish. Can an elephant climb the tree? Elephant can uproot that tree. Can a penguin climb the tree? Penguin, yes, maybe impossible. A snake, yes, snake may be able to do that. Can a monkey climb? Yes, at ease, easily, because that's how it is monkey's job, climbing a tree, jumping from one place to another. Whereas if there is a tiger, tiger also will climb a tree, but not like a monkey. Monkey can jump from one place to another. It is very easy for the monkey. Same way birds can. Birds cannot climb, but they can be on the tree. They can jump or fly from one branch to another branch. But can the bird climb a tree? Climbing is difficult. But whereas a monkey can climb, same way there are various learning styles. We also need to understand there are various learning styles. Just as in this image we have seen, there are different animals with different ability. Every animal has got its own ability. Every animal can do things well and excellently well, exceptionally well, when they are in their own learning situation, when they are given a work of their own ability. Whereas if they are asked to do something else, they may not do well. But whereas when it comes to human beings, it is slightly different. Human beings can do things in multiple ways. They have got that wisdom, they got that knowledge, and they got that consciousness. Above all, that consciousness which is not active among other animals. They may not be conscious what they are doing. They do it as per the response to a situation. It is a stimuli, it's a response to a stimuli. Same way with the children, human beings, it is response to a stimuli, but it is with a consciousness. So we are conscious of this. So human beings, when we are conscious, we need to, for children, it is very important. We also need to make them highly conscious about certain situation. Maybe certain time they are not. So we need to give those things. It is the duty. We need to create those situations, teach them. So how can we do that? Maybe in the form of stories. Stories are the best way of learning for our children. So when we give stories, we come to know what type of things children learn. So you've got types of learners here, like auditory, visual, read and write learners, kinesthetic learners. Maybe when it comes to higher classes, you are able to view this type of learners in our children. Is my child auditory learner? Maybe immediately nursery, junior KG, senior KG, it will be difficult to find out. But gradually, you'll come to know whether he's an auditory learner. So your child is able to hear effectively and learn more onto that. Visual, read, write, look at those maps, look at those charts, look at the diagrams, and look at those images and learn better. Some are able to read, write, because when it comes to higher classes, there are another type of learners, kinesthetic. Maybe ask them to assemble, give them the toys, give them the puzzles, put them in a problem, give them any situation, they are able to do it. Kinesthetic learner, learning by doing. So most of the learning taking place through kinesthetic learning, that is learning by doing in the early stages. So these early stages, what are learning by doing, we need to encourage even in our houses. So I'll give a small exercise for all of us. This is just an observation. All are requested to look at this image. So here, all the names of the colors are written. So you should not read what is written. You should not read what is written there. You should read the color which is given. First is yellow. This red is written in yellow. Yellow is written in red. Orange is written in green. Black is written in purple. Green is written in blue. Same way, the various colors are written here. White in orange, purple in green, blue in yellow. So we need to read the color like yellow, red, green, purple, blue, orange, green, yellow, black, red, purple, blue, yellow, purple, green, blue, red, and purple. So we can do this within 30 seconds as parents. This exercise is not for the children, this is for the parents. So when we get into this type of exercise, just see how much time you take. So what happens here? Our right brain tries to say the color, but whereas our left brain insists on reading the word. We'll read like red, yellow, orange instead of reading yellow, red, and green. See, so we need to say in our learning there is the right brain and the left brain. So I'm not going to speak much on that. What I want to say is when we give this type of small puzzles, small exercises, maybe we can show a color to a child, not so many colors. We can keep 2 colors, red and yellow. So initially now children are observing. So then you can ask them to, maybe there can be different type of coding. Maybe children will not be able to read in pre-primary what is written there, but they are able to identify that color and the shape. So you can keep that number. They are able to say 1, 2. It need not be maybe in nursery. They did not say in English. They can say in their own mother tongue, maybe Marathi or Hindi or whatever the mother tongue of the child. So then they can come to any other language, English or any other language. So when we give them this type of exercise, this also becomes a puzzle. We are trying to decode, because this coding is not learned only when we try to, it goes in mathematics, thereafter give them the technical coding. That is one part. Basic coding takes place in pre-primary, because all those shapes, colors, letters of alphabet, when the children learn, this is all coding. Children are deciphering all these things, because learning of numbers, that's also coding. So ultimately all the coding takes place through that. So we can give them n number of fun-loving activities even at home, not making it complicated of their level. So sometimes we keep small little things, maybe 2 boxes. Now child of nursery would observe. So you can ask them the shape, if those shapes are taught. So how many are there? Because children would already know that, though it is not taught, the basic things children might have already learned. So what is learned, definitely they would use that experience and use in their learning. This is another small exercise. This is also not for the kids. It is for the parents. It's for the adults. So one number is missing in this. Now how much time do I take to see this missing number? Now what is that number missing? I need to find out. In which line I need to find out. One number is missing in this. Yes, anyone? I think it is 26 is missing here. So same way, when we conduct this type of exercises, this helps a lot. It's another exercise for the parents and for the adults. So there are numbers 1 to 25. How much time do I take to read these numbers? Do I read this in 30 seconds? Do I read in 1 minute? Maybe initially it might take around 1 minute or more than that. So gradually we should be able to do this in 30 seconds. So when children learn these numbers, we have got that backward counting, forward counting, and also puzzled numbers, and we ask them to put in sequence when children learn those numbers. So this exercise is too big for the kids, but same with that backward counting. So there's also a type of puzzle for them. Maybe 2 numbers are given, 1, 2, 3. They are puzzled and kept. We ask the child to keep in order. Okay, 1, 2, and 3. We keep it 2, 3, 1 mixed up. So child would keep in order. So this type of small exercises, maybe this exercise is for parents we are given. Maybe we find it difficult. Sometimes when we give certain things to our children, sometimes say my child is doing it too slow. So we should not come to any conclusions that way. We should see how is the child responding to that. Maybe my child is good in some certain areas, but my child may not be good in some other areas. So we need to see what are those areas my child is good at. So how do we come to know? Through observation. At home, there is a lot of observation we need to do even as parents. So when you interact with the teachers during PTIs, even during this time, there are a lot of PTIs taking place during online schooling, because teachers and parents interact. Parents give the teacher their observation, and teachers give the parents their observation about the child. So this is where it becomes a teamwork. Teacher, child, and the parent. All this triangle comes together and makes it convenient for learning. So when we go ahead in our lives, I want each and every parent to create this situation in a very, very effective way for learning. So before I wind up, I just like to give a small situational story. All of us are aware of tiger and deer. Both the animals have got wonderful qualities. Tiger is an aggressive, focused and energetic animal which has running speed of around 50 kilometers per hour. Whereas a deer is a timid, lovely, cute and which has got very little courage. And deer loves the surrounding, loves the nature. It is not much focused. However, it has a very high running speed of 90 kilometers per hour. Both the deer and the tiger have their own strength and weaknesses. Tiger has a very high speed of, tiger has a low speed of running as compared to the deer. Deer speed is 90 kilometers per hour, whereas the tiger's is around 50 kilometers. When the tiger looks for its prey, that is deer, deer keeps running with a high speed. As it progresses, deer looks back whether the tiger is still chasing, and it still keeps continuing running, and it frequently looks back. So this type of activity, this activity of the deer curtails its own speed. Though the speed of the deer is around 90 kilometers per hour, frequently looking back curtails its speed. And over a period of time, what happens? Tiger approaches the deer, overtakes the deer and attacks it. Now, what made the deer become the victim? How did the deer become the prey of the tiger? Is it because of its weakness? The deer always believed that it is weak. Deer always believed that a tiger is very aggressive, strong and energetic and always it can attack. That is the belief system of the deer. And whereas the tiger always believed it is aggressive, it is always courageous, energetic, it can attack other animals. Same way, deer also believed it is very weak. It is the belief system of both the animals achieve or get the results. Now deer becomes a victim, tiger becomes a victor. Same way in our children, what is the belief system we have given or we have created in the school and at home? That is very, very important. Our belief system which is created in our children going to help our children. So when we make a positive belief system, positive learning environment, our learning, the learning in our children also becomes very great. Not that they learn advanced concept, but they learn advanced skills. What is important? The skill set, not that how much they know, but what is the skill they acquire is more important than what is the content they learn. Definitely, they would learn the content, but what is important? The skill set they learn. Now, how they would learn that skill set? From the teachers and from the parents. That's why it is very important to make a very, very healthy environment of learning. That's why I say even now during this pandemic, even otherwise, home is the first school for every child. So during this pandemic, home becomes a very important place for learning and parents also play a very crucial role. So in this overall learning during this pandemic, I wish each and every parent all the best, and let's make the learning of our children very effective. We as teachers in the school and we as parents come together, join our hands and give a creative and fun-loving learning experience for our children. Though it is COVID period, we know there are situations which are tough. There is a problem. Let's take them as challenge and make it positive for ourselves and for our children. God bless you all.
Thank you, sir, for your motivating and inspiring words. Tell me, and I forget. Teach me, I may remember. Involve me, I may learn. Our school emphasizes on the all-round education and skill-enhancing curriculum. To ensure optimal development for all children, our curriculum is well planned, encompassing developmentally appropriate knowledge and skill with flexibility of diverse needs of young learners. As a part of holistic personality development, celebrating events and festivals in a school has been an integral part of learning and building a strong cultural belief, developing love, respect, and understanding for our traditions and customs. Competitions bring out the sportsmanship spirit in each child. To brief us more about the events, celebrations, and competitions conducted in the school, I now call upon my wonderful colleague, Mrs. Dhanalakshmi Kotian. Over to you, Dhannu ma'am.
Good morning to one and all present here. The key to success is to focus on goals, not obstacles. Due to COVID-19 pandemic, the preschool has changed from the traditional system to the online education system. Penguin Kids has incorporated modern approaches in curriculum for our little pengus through online classes so that their foundational years of learning is not affected. Penguin Kids aims at holistic development of children through its curriculum. Our curriculum enables students to learn through fun-filled activities and play-driven initiatives. It includes phonics that focuses on letter sounds, not just letter names. Phonics help children to read almost any word. There is no longer a need to memorize a word or spellings. Mathematical concepts like counting with rhymes, incorporate numbers into daily tasks, number values, order of numbers, and much more are taught online through different fun and activity-based learning. Our curriculum also includes environmental and general awareness and life skills for overall development of our children. Physical education is also included where the child's emotional, social, and physical health aspects are taken care. Keeping the pandemic situation in mind, an end-to-end learning curriculum have been planned for our little pengus through virtual platform. All work and no play makes a Jack a dull boy. Today is the world of competition, so we also focus on various events, celebrations, and competitions. The more you praise and celebrate life, the more there is in life to celebrate. Events and celebrations brings different colors of joy and happiness with them. Every moment is celebrated here at Penguin Kids. Our children don't just celebrate, but they also become a part of it. But with school closed due to pandemic, celebrations have shifted online with all kinds of events being planned virtually. So now, I, Ms. Dhanalakshmi, present a brief overview of the various events and celebrations celebrated at Penguin Kids throughout the year. School anniversary. There is a saying in English, mighty oaks from little acorns grow. That is, great things can come from small beginnings, and so has our school. We celebrate our school anniversary on June 21st, where children celebrate our mascot, Penguin's birthday. You know, parents, our school has completed 17 successful years of academic excellence. To mark this celebration, we organized a virtual puppet show for children. Environment Week. A healthy environment makes a healthy man. Environment plays an important role in healthy living and existence of life on planet Earth. It is important for every individual to save, protect, and keep our environment clean. So to create awareness about our environment, we have Environment Week celebrated in the month of June through an activity sowing the seeds, and videos on life skills were displayed online. For example, taking care of environment, stay home, stay safe. Guru Purnima. Gurus, they inspire us, they entertain us, and we end up learning a ton even when we don't know it. Gurus are the mentors who make our life valuable and impart us with knowledge and wisdom. Hence in Penguin Kids, Guru Purnima is celebrated in the month of July with great zest and zeal. Friendship Day. A good friend is like a four-leaf clover, hard to find and lucky to have. So to inculcate the feeling of sharing and caring, we celebrate Friendship Day in the month of August. Raksha Bandhan. Rakhi strengthens the bond of love between brothers and sisters and revives the emotional bonding. On this pious occasion, brothers and sisters promise eternal love for each other. We celebrate Raksha Bandhan traditionally, where girls tie Rakhi around their brother's wrist and boys bless their sisters at home virtually in the month of August. Independence Day. Independence Day is of great importance to us, as it is the day when we remember our martyrs who sacrificed their lives for our country's freedom. Also, it is the day when we forget all our cultural differences and unite as one true Indian. So to inculcate the feeling of patriotism and love for our country, we celebrate Independence Day with simultaneous proper program with students participating virtually. Students present patriotic dance, speeches, dramatization is done by teachers for the same. Gopal Kala. Gopal Kala, also known as Krishna Janmashtami and Gokulashtami, is celebrated to commemorate the birth of Lord Krishna, the 8th avatar of Lord Vishnu. Here at Penguin Kids, we celebrate this day with pot-breaking ceremony, but due to pandemic, we celebrate this day by showing them the video on importance of this festival, and children enjoy this day virtually by dressing up as Radha and Krishna in the month of September. Nutrition Week. The groundwork of all happiness is health. Healthy citizens are the greatest asset of any country. So to create the awareness about good nutrition and good health, we celebrate Nutrition Week in the month of September. A weekly plan is uploaded online where it is mentioned which food is to be kept ready for the mentioned date. Children enjoy and relish this week by having nutritional food like idlis, doklas, sandwiches, sprouts, and so on. Ramzan Eid. Ramadan is a time of spiritual reflection, self-improvement, and heightened devotion and worship. The fasting during this month is considered as one of the 5 pillars of Islam. Here at Penguin Kids, children celebrate Ramadan by hugging their family members, wishing them Eid Mubarak. Joy of giving. It is rightly said, we make a living by what we get, we make a life by what we give. One of the best joy in the world is giving. Penguin Kids inculcate different life skills in children. One of them is sharing and caring. So we celebrate Joy of Giving in the month of October. Garba Ras. Navratri means a 9-night festival full of dance, music, and lot of fun. The dance form that is performed during Navratri is Garba Ras. Penguin Kids celebrate Garba Ras with great enthusiasm, but due to pandemic situation, it was celebrated virtually, where children send recorded videos of their comparing dance video on traditional folk song, which was compiled and played live on the main day of celebration. It was also uploaded on YouTube. Diwali. Diwali means festival of light. To make the children understand importance of Diwali, Penguin Kids had virtual celebration last year where teachers explained that Diwali spiritually signifies the victory of light over darkness, knowledge over ignorance, good over evil, and hope in despair. Various online activities were organized like clay molding, where children made sweets of clay, decorating and coloring pictures of Diya. Both teachers and children enjoyed the virtual Diwali celebration wholeheartedly. Children's Day. 14th November is celebrated as Children's Day in the country as a tribute to our first Prime Minister Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru for his contribution towards the development of the nation as his love for children. Penguin Kids organized a digital celebration for Children's Day, from short video on children's dance performances to a skit on fairy tale dramatized by teachers was live streamed online. Christmas celebration. Last year, Christmas was celebrated virtually due to COVID-19 restriction. Teachers prepared fable videos, various art and craft activities were organized where children made Christmas buntings which were displayed online, followed by the Christmas party where children danced and enjoyed the event live on screen. Republic Day. Republic Day was celebrated through pre-recorded online celebration which included cultural events like short documentary on when, how and why Republic Day is celebrated, followed by patriotic song, dances and speeches prepared by teachers and students. Prize distribution. Prize distribution was mega success as it was the first ever virtual celebration conducted by the teachers to felicitate the students based on their achievements in different competitions organized by the school virtually. Online certificates were awarded to the winners of the competitions class-wise. All the winners were appreciated and applauded to also encourage other children to participate in further competitions. I would like to conclude saying that pandemic-induced lockdown or not, events and celebrations will be celebrated in Penguin Kids the new normal way. Thank you. Have a happy Penguin Kids Day.
Thanks, Dhanlakshmi ma'am.
Communicate with the parents are as follows. School issues guidelines, circular, SMS, date sheet, etc. to parents from time to time. Parents must regularly log on to the school website www.nhpsairoli.com for regular updates on students' achievements, important circulars, etc. I repeat, parents must regularly log on to school website www.nhpsairoli.com for regular updates on students' achievements, important circulars, etc. All school circulars are sent to parents through the mobile app One New Horizon app. Parents must download the app. All the circulars will be issued through the app, hence it is mandatory to install the app. I repeat, all the school circulars will be issued only through the app, hence it is mandatory to install the app. As you all know and all are already aware that our online schooling is done through Microsoft Teams. Microsoft Teams is a platform that allows for collaborative working either as students or as professionals, using communication capabilities through audio, video, and instant messaging. The software is available both online through a web browser and to download from Microsoft.com. So I will be briefing for those who have joined recently about this online teaching learning platform. Once you log in using your login ID and password provided by the school, as you can see on the screen, you will be able to see the class team tile of the class team that you are already added in by your grade teacher. Once you click on the team tile, an overview of the team will be displayed to you. As you can see on the screen, dear parents, every class team has a main discussion area, the general channel. Under general channel, you will find more channels of different subjects. Now, let us see how to join an online session. To join an online session, select Calendar to see any online session your teacher has added you to. Click Join when it's time to meet. Adjust your audio and video settings, then click Join Now. As informed earlier, for primary section, we have 4 periods in a day, and for secondary section, we have 5 periods per day. 1 period is an extra period for the secondary section, as informed by Mona Lisa ma'am. For each period, you will get separate notification in the calendar. I repeat, for each period, you will get a separate notification in the calendar. So once the session gets over, you need to leave the session and join the next session as per as allotted timings. I repeat, so once the session gets over, you need to leave the session and join the next session as per as the allotted timings. Dear parents, I would like to bring to your notice that our teachers will always be available whenever possible to guide you.
A little progress each day adds up to big results. Small steps lead to greater success when we have a thankful heart. Gratitude is a powerful catalyst for happiness. It turns what we have into enough and more. We must never forget that the highest appreciation is not to utter words, but to live by them. I now call upon my colleague, Mrs. Shalini Mohan, to propose the vote of thanks.
Om Sarve Bhavantu Sukhinah, Sarve Santu Niramaya. Meaning, may all be happy, may all be free from illness, may all see what is auspicious, may no one suffer. I, Ms. Shalini, on behalf of New Horizon Public School and Penguin Kids, raise my heart in gratitude and thank you all for spending your time and keeping us through this orientation program. Gratitude is the best medicine. It heals a mind, a body, and a spirit, and attracts more things to be grateful for. It reminds us of how blessed our lives are even when we are faced with challenges and stressful situations. From the depth of my heart, I thank our school management for their continuous support and encouragement over the years. I wish to express my gratitude to our Executive Director, cum Principal, Dr. Nicholas Correa, for his presence and words of wisdom. Sir, your words always motivate and inspire us. Thank you, sir. I also thank our Vice Principal, Mona Lisa ma'am, for her cooperation and support. I take pride to thank our Headmistress, Kuldeep ma'am, for her perfect and innovative planning of lessons and activities which make learning process fun-filled and yet enriched for the children. I also take this opportunity to thank our coordinators for their efforts. Faith over fear, calmness over panic, hope over despair. The COVID-19 pandemic is challenging us in ways we could never have imagined. I recall the efforts of our superheroes, that is, dear teachers, for their untiring efforts, emotional struggles they have encountered, and handle these challenges to make online teaching successful. Above all, I would like to thank all the parents without whose support and cooperation online classes would never become successful in these tough times. Looking forward for the pandemic to get over soon. I also thank our Vice Principal, Mona Lisa ma'am, for her cooperation and support. I take pride to thank our Headmistress, Kuldeep ma'am, for her perfect and innovative planning of lessons and activities which make learning process fun-filled and yet enriched for the children. I also take this opportunity to thank our coordinators for their efforts. Faith over fear, calmness over panic, hope over despair. The COVID-19 pandemic is challenging us in ways we could never have imagined. I recall the efforts of our superheroes, that is, dear teachers, for their untiring efforts, emotional struggles they have encountered, and handle these challenges
to make online teaching successful. Above all, I would like to thank all the parents without whose support and cooperation online classes would never become successful in these tough times. Looking forward for the pandemic to get over soon and meet our dear little ones in a live classroom session. Let's pray to God to bring us to normal life again. Thank you once again, everyone present here. Have a Penguin Kids Day. Om Sarve.
Thank you, Shalini ma'am. Little progress each day adds up to big results. Small steps every day lead to greater success. Thank you, dear parents, for joining us today as we look forward for your full cooperation throughout the year. Thank you, everyone, and have a Penguin Kids Day.